Hey, ladies, good morning, all everybody, ladies and gentlemen. I've been watching the case, still following the Johnny Depp case. Today's what? I feel like I'm in the twilight zone. Let's see, let me check my phone. Today's Sunday. I just been checking out with the mainstream media, what's been going on, and mainstream media is still busy trying to blame everybody else but Amber for what she did, and it's kind of sad. You would think the fact that it's out that she lied. And I think even with the son's case, like they dismissed that was very it's very dishonest that they dismissed a lot of his evidence. And once again, when you dig when you do a deep dive in, you see that Amber Heard actually have people that know her, connect to the jury and everything, and it all makes sense that this he never had a fair shake. But nobody came out and said I guess some independent media did came out and said, um, just like this guy, Incredible Average. As I said, I heard if you watch the previous video that I post, I heard about the case, but I didn't follow it up. I was like running around doing stuff, but I still love Johnny. I just didn't realize how much he was losing in the meantime that I was like, real people, unfortunately, when you're not rich, you have a lot going on in your life. Even when you're rich, you still have a lot going on in your life that you got to be. Sometimes you have different jobs that you're attending to, people you got to pay, make sure business. So I think 9 times out of 10 in life, you're going to be busy unless you're just somebody that's rich and you have people that's running your business for you. So, yeah. So, even nobody, independent media did come out and talk about they don't feel like Johnny got a lot of amazing independent media search and see that the Sun case went so bad because Amber got connection and they dismiss everything Johnny say and they take all the lies and all the people that work for Amber that are personal friends that stabbed Johnny in the back. They all testify to lies, but I don't know. In the UK, I guess it was just okay for them to lie, and because people know people that's in that courtroom, was okay for them to overlook all the real evidence. Unfortunately, it shouldn't be like that, but that's what happened in the UK. I'm hoping the UK fix their system because I'm in New York and I would hate to go to any trial in the UK. I already see what they do with somebody that actually have money. Just imagine me that I'm just a normal guy, hardworking 9 to 5. What would they do to me? They're gonna swallow me up. If they would do that to Johnny and dismiss all this evidence, what are they gonna do to 90% of society that we don't have that kind of money, we don't have that kind of pull, we don't have that kind of cloud. So if they could do that to Johnny and dismiss all his evidence, they're gonna do that to anybody. So it's kind of sad for all the regular people that's living in the UK that have real evidence. Because if that person know people in the courtroom, you're done. Doesn't matter what evidence you have. God, they're gonna dismiss it and still give that person because they got connections in the courtroom. Unfortunately, it shouldn't be like that, but it is what it is. It's just like Johnny win the case, and mainstream media just so busy talking about instead of saying, okay, she lied, they still trying to come up with, oh well, she's still a victim, and what does this do for real survivors out there. Johnny's a survivor. If y'all worried about a survivor, y'all be worrying about Johnny. Why am I not hearing Johnny's a survivor? If y'all really worrying about survivor, what about Johnny? What about Johnny family? What about Johnny real friends? What about the hurt that y'all cause when y'all allow somebody to lie in him? What about his hurt? What about his pain? Nobody in mainstream media seems to care. They just seems to keep deflecting all the blame. They're not, of course, they're not apologizing. As I said, some people in normal society keep saying mainstream media should apologize. I don't expect them to do that. As I said, mainstream media have a narrative to push, and even when it's wrong, they're not going to come and say, I'm sorry. Either they're going to try to deflect what happened, or they just going to pull away from it. They're not going to come out and say we was wrong. Independent media, which is new media, like myself and a lot of amazing people like Popcorn Planet, DY Guy, James, Rocco, um, all. all these other all these other amazing independent media will come out, and if they got something wrong, will actually apologize or say they didn't know, they got new evidence. So now, they're gonna. It's just like this guy, Amazing Average. It's right here. He made some videos. I guess he was making a video from like 2016, but I didn't know about him. I'm surprised he didn't cover this case. I'm not sure if they ban him because he did such amazing. But sometimes when you see somebody with a YouTube channel that's no longer posting, you gotta wonder, is he did YouTube ban him? Because his videos are so like mind blowing and have so much evidence, but he didn't cover any of this case. I wonder what happened to him. I'm hoping he's okay. I'm hoping he didn't get ban or anything, because I was wondering, since he's been following Johnny from like 2016 and covering it so heavy, I would find it that he has so much amazing evidence. I'm not sure why would he not cover more of this Johnny Depp case, and I haven't seen he post much, and so I was wondering. I'm not sure if they did something to him, that's why he wasn't posting. I'm hoping he's okay, and I'm hoping somebody that have a bigger channel could reach out and maybe get back to let me know if he's okay. Because I was looking and I noticed he was covering it from 2016, but for this whole trial, I don't think he was posting at all. And I'm like, is this channel banned? Did they do something to him? Because they have a way of trying to silent when you're independent media, that you have evidence that mainstream media not covering. A lot of time they try to find a way, unfortunately, to silence you. Because YouTube is so amazing for independent media to get your voice out there, to get evidence out there that mainstream media seems to not touching. But if they find out you're getting pulled, they find out people are watching, they usually, it's just like the umbrella guys. Like, here's somebody that's independent, and they trying to smear him. Like, they trying to backdoor him. They try to come up with stuff and say they want to know how much he's making. Why are you worrying about independent media? Y'all literally got million-dollar studios that you all literally getting paid to spew out just trash to most of the American society that watch this. Y'all in a studio that y'all got contracts that y'all making millions. I don't see why y'all worrying about people that's actually independent, that doing, they don't have a studio. A lot of these people, some of them are recording in their car, some are in their basement, some are in their sofa. These are some of these people are outside on their phone. So why are you worrying about people that don't have $100 million studio pushing them? I don't think that's y'all need to go worry about the real story. Y'all worrying about independent media trying to get the truth out there. Don't worry about people that's actually, doing the work. Independent media out there trying to make it happen. At the end, don't worry about, y'all got bigger stuff to worry about. You know, independent media just been disgusting to me. Independent media out there trying to make it happen. At the end, don't worry about it. Y'all got bigger stuff to worry about. Oh, spam the like, share. Yes, I'm just here, man. It's Johnny Depp. Just still trying to cover what I gotta cover, and it is what it is, man. Um, as I said, this average, like, I listen. The thing is that's so scary about what Amber did. Like, this was a plan. She literally was planning to get Johnny. Malice. Make me wonder if she ever have any love for him at all, because she literally planned this, and she was taking pictures, she was faking pictures. It's like she was trying to tell Johnny, yo, you need to pay me, because when I come out, nobody's gonna believe you. I'm already talking to the lawyer. It's like I'm telling them all these fake evidence that I have, and so on the law. So that's just sad that she literally planned this. It's like, and then she would get mad at him. Cause the thing is with her, when Johnny tried to not argue with her and leave, she would say, "You're hurting me." So with Johnny leave, she said, "You don't want to fight with me. What's wrong with you? You used to want to fight with me more. Every time the trouble come up, you want to run away and you hurt me." So once again, A lot of time, if you watch a lot of the videos, you hear she mentioned you hurt me. Hurt me, Johnny running away. Every time Johnny run away, she said Johnny hurt her. So a lot of time, I'm not sure if anybody catch on to that in the court case to see that every time Johnny run away, that hurt her. She called that, oh, you wasn't arguing with me, you want to run away, and then you hurt me. So every time you run away, she count that as you hurt me. By you not fighting with me, by you not staying here, you have plenty of house, but you don't want to argue with me. I don't like that. You're not showing me that you love me. You're running away and you're hurting me. So it's like I'm listening to her language and I'm like, that's very troubling that somebody not trying to argue with me, I start saying they hurt me. So if you listen, if you listen to this stuff, you could see the hypocrisy of what she's saying. It don't really make any sense when you think about it. So, okay, then go here. And I was trying to share this stuff, and it seems like it disappeared from my screen, which is kind of weird. Let's see here. Oh, there you go. Okay, let's share this here. Okay. If you listen to Incredible Average, like what he said here, it's very crucial.
But for the most part, I'll be letting the recording speak for itself. And as you listen and watch, keep in mind this is not about whether you believe they had a toxic or unhealthy marriage. Honestly, I think the candid or rather frank nature of their conversation helps to clear up any remaining gray areas. This is about if Amber Heard lied when she claimed she lived in constant fear of Johnny Depp and suffered emotional, verbal, and physical abuse their entire relationship anytime she questioned his authority or disagreed with him, or sometimes for no reason at all. Listen.
Am I doing? Messing around. Okay. Let's see here.
Listen and focus as she transforms from hostile, angered yelling to maniacal mocking. I believe is a classic abuser tactic, gaslighting, controlling, and manipulating him with guilt. Unlike my other videos, I won't be adding audible bleeps for cuss words. I want you to hear everything exactly the way it is, so this is your warning. Also, I feel the need to warn anyone who may have triggers from hearing content of this nature. I know a lot of people who watch my videos are abuse victims themselves, and to you I say I'm terribly sorry if this ignites a bad memory. I'll try to remember to put timestamps to key points if anyone needs to find something quickly. However, I do encourage you to find the time to listen to this from beginning to end. So here we go.
No one else to.
I can't hear you, baby. I'm sorry.
I don't know what else to do.
I thought that we had some sort of game plan.
I told you what I needed. You said we should make a list, but yet you don't. Well, seeing the counselor's not gonna it's not gonna do it. It's not alone, We gotta change how we do things. And I wanna trust you, and I feel like all the trust is gone. All the fucking trust is gone in the relationship. We keep splitting.
I'm not gonna be in a physical fucking altercation
Don't.
with you.
Then don't.
You fucking hit me last night. You fucking.
What
see that right there? You see, like, she's saying, I'm not going to be in a physical altercation with you. And he's like, you fucking hit me last night. But once again, Amber been abusing Johnny for a while. And Johnny is not the only guy out there that's going through this. There's a lot of guys, they're not violent. They don't, it's not that they're just not violence. Maybe if it was a other guy attacking them and they got to fight for their life, they would. But I don't think they see much in fighting with a woman. So most of the time they just be like, okay, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna get out of here. This is not benefiting me in no way. I'd rather just leave. I shouldn't do this. And then certain women that been around abuse start seeing like, hey, this guy he's running away. You know what? I'm gonna fight him down because she start noticing that this guy is not gonna hit her. No matter what she do, this guy is not gonna hit her. And most of the time, this guy is gonna run away because he don't he cannot deal with the hustle or whatever is going on. So he's like, yo, I need to get out of here. This is not good. This is toxic, whatever the case is. But, she won't let it go. She won't let him breathe. And that is really sad. And I guess I'm not sure so if you listen to this stuff and mainstream media don't want to talk about videos and this conversation. You hear her going off talking about, she want him to fight her. She want him to stay there. And when he left, she went, oh, you hurt me. And it's very troubling because if you listen to several of the tapes, you see that she's gathering stuff. And her accusation that she's trying to record Johnny, she's not scared of him at all because she know he's not gonna hurt her, and she know he's a public figure, and she know he have a certain respect that he have to his name. So at the end of the day, she know Johnny will try his best to protect his name, but Johnny could only do but so much. So even with every lie, if she back Johnny in the corner, as much as Johnny don't want to go to court and don't want to really, if she back him in the corner with her fake evidence, Johnny's gonna have to just say, you know what, you know, fuck it. Whatever you have, I'm just gonna do what I gotta do, and I'm gonna bring my evidence, and I'm gonna make the people hear it. And once again, Johnny knows he have a little drinking problem. He knows, maybe he have a little substance problem that, a lot of the mainstream media probably don't know about. But he's like, if I got to tell the truth and shine a light to look bad in front of millions of people, I'm just going to do it. So you could bring all your fake lies. You could bring everything that you got scripted, and I'll just bring the truth. I know it's probably not going to make me look as good as some people, because a lot of kids do look up to one of my character that I play, and I know it's gonna. But you know what? It's the truth. I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm gonna own it, and I'm gonna just make everybody else be the judge of what that is. Like at the end of the day, it's the truth. The truth shall set you free, and he just put it out there, and I respect him for that. That he was willing to take that on. You know, it doesn't got to make him look good. The truth don't always make you look good, but that's okay. If you could own up to your shortcomings in life, you could actually start to heal from whatever is going on. It's when you keep trying to deny evidence and you start trying to lie and you're trying to portray that you're perfect, but everybody that really know you know that, yeah, that don't sound like the person I know. And as I said, people that know you might not out you. They might not come out to the public and said, hey, this person is lying. They'll just keep their mouth shut and say, I know the real you, but that's not my place to come out and tell millions of people that you're lying. But it is what it is. And at the end of the day, some family, no matter how bad you treat, Amber Heard's sister, no matter how bad she treat her, at the end of the day, she's still family. So she'll still come to her aid. God, that's just some family that you treat bad. Sometimes they're still feeling for your love, and they feel like if they help you out for the 50th time, maybe you will see that and give them the love that they feel like you should be giving them as family. So some people are like, oh, why would you keep coming to Amber and she treats you so bad? Because sometimes you want a love from a bigger brother, you want a love from an uncle, You want a love from your dad. You want a love from your stepmom. It's amazing what people will put up with just to get that perception of a family member that they always look into. Like, man, I know maybe if I do right this 70 times, they will notice me and start showing me the appreciation that I deserve. I know they gotta have something in there for me, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes for whatever reason, that person just know that you are their sister or brother, whatever the case, and you're always going to be there. And they know you fiend for that love, and they just you hold that over you and get you to do just about anything they want because they know you're fiending for that love. You want that acceptation, like accept me. I'm here for you. I'm doing whatever you want me to do. Please accept me. I'm a good person. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. But unfortunately, all these family members and friends usually sometimes could go years, sometimes 20 years, 50 years, 30 years, and never ever really feel accepted by that family member or friend as much as they want to be accepted. So it's an amazing thing. Let's listen to a little bit more of what's going on here.
All the other times you split. Come on, you cannot act like that's about that. It's
Well,
not.
we're on a plane, I can't split.
No, and you hit back, so don't act like you don't fucking
I
participate.
pushed you.
I'm not gonna get into the details of that fight. You and I both know that you split when there is no physical violence involved, and that you.
You see, and that's the next step. That's the next stuff that mainstream media don't want to talk about. Because once again, you know, she will attack him. And then, this is something that I think we got to make this clear. If you attack somebody and they got to push you back to keep you off of them, that doesn't make that person an abuser. You're attacking me, you're hitting me, and I'm like trying to push you back. Doesn't mean I abuse you. You're the one that attacking me. I'm trying to self-defense myself. So any real victim out there that you're getting beat on, and if you got to do self-defense to get somebody off you, you're not an abuser. And this is something that I think mainstream social media should be pushing. If you got to defend yourself to get somebody off of you, you're not an abuser. And mainstream media have a way of trying to make people feel bad to say, oh yeah, you was abusing. No, this person is attacking. He's trying to get off of me. Stop, calm down, stop doing that. Why are you hitting me? What's going on here? And they try to push you back. You are a defender. You trying to stop somebody from abusing you. That don't make you an abuser. And I think a lot of time mainstream media trying to come out and say, oh well, they both no. Somebody defending somebody from not hitting them and getting on them, that doesn't make you an abuser. And I wish I would see some more big stations start pushing that. If you're defending somebody off of you, it do not make you an abuser. I repeat, it do not make you an abuser. I don't abuse anybody, but if somebody's trying to hit me and I'm trying to protect myself, I'm trying to get you off of me, I'm trying to stop you from physically, violently attack me. I'm not abuse. I'm trying to get you to stop. And I think a lot of the real victims out there need to hear a message like that. That, you trying to get somebody off you don't make you an abuser. And I think sometimes it's kind of sad that when the truth come out and when they don't go through mainstream media way, they try to push, oh yeah, they was both abusing each other. No, somebody was doing the abusing and somebody was trying to get them to stop. They was trying to self-defense, get off of me. Let's not do this. Let me leave the house. Let me go cool down for a day. Let me go cool down for a few hours. I don't want to argue. I don't want this. Then somebody else is crying, saying, "Oh, well, you hurt me when you run away. You hurt me when you don't want to stand here and fight with me. You hurt me when you leave the house for a day. You hurt me when you leave the house for 8 hours. You hurt me when you got to go calm down because you don't want to deal with and I don't like that. I want you to participate in this argument. I want you to get angry. I want you to show me. And it's kind of sad because some people they feel like if you argue with them and you fight them, that show that you love them. They don't look at it as a toxic. They be like, yes, the fact that I'm staying here, I'm arguing with you, that show that I love you. But no, that's just a weird way. No, that's not real love. That's just no. for me, leaving and going to calm down and maybe a day, maybe a few hours, if we could come to the table and have a decent conversation, no argument, saying maybe, let's work on it without arguing. Let's work on it and see, oh, that's better. Let's listen to more.
You do it like at the very beginning of fights these days. And if you split and you go into a different room and you don't actually leave that house, it does nothing but perpetuate the fight.
A couple of things to address already. Note how Amber isn't complaining about any abuse she has since claimed to have suffered, and this is just months before the divorce. In fact, her primary complaint in this argument is that Johnny split or left, removing himself from a physical attack by Amber the night before. This will be her main sticking point throughout the video. Her wording is curious for an alleged abuse victim.
Yes, because she don't have anything to really admit to. For her to say, she don't have anything to admit, she not gonna, and and that's something that that's something that she probably practiced growing up for years, lying, never accepting anything. So that you know that's she's always reflecting, and every time Johnny tried to call her out and said, hey, why do you do this, she's always reflecting. She's always, oh, it's not me, it's you. And he's so much care so much and have real love for her that you know he's always trying to make it work. He's always trying to make it work. You could tell he want to make, because even after all the bad ways that he see for Amber, he still was willing to marry her. So so not only you're showing me all these toxic negative ways, I love you enough to be like, you know what, I still want to marry you. I still want to marry you, even though you haven't been good to me. And I guess in his head, he maybe feel like his love would make her better, and it would conquer her. And you know, but when you have somebody toxic, it's kind of hard for, even if you do love them, are they gonna love you back? Are they willing to change and accept that real love that you're offering them? Doesn't mean that you don't love them, but can they love you back? Does they even know how to love? Because some people that are toxic really don't know how to love. They never grew up in a loving home. They never really have loving friend. They have opportunist friend, and they self is opportunists as well. So sometimes when you show them real love, they don't even know what it is. They can't recognize it. They don't understand it. And they're like, what is this? And they push back. And sometimes they push back very toxically because they don't know what real love is. So Johnny tried. I think he tried so hard. I think he tried, and then he started getting stressed out because I know this from experience. I'm a nice person, and most of the friends that I have saying, "How do I stay cool? How do I stay?" And I told them like I'm cool because even with my family members, like I don't really argue with my family members like that. I'm a cool person. I like to live a peaceful life, or I try my very best to. But I noticed when I start was getting into relationship, the person that I start caring about, I could get angry because they're doing stuff to me. And I'm like, hey, come on, like why are we arguing about this? I talk to you about it. Because I'm the kind of person I will tell you if you're doing something wrong, I will let you know, like, hey, I don't appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I don't, to me, if I'm with you and you're with me, I represent you to the fullest and I expect you to represent me to the fullest as well. So let's try to make something positive and let's talk about things and whatever. Let me know if I do something wrong. Let me know. If you're angry, let me know why you're angry. So I'm big in communication. So that's what that is. And I usually would just talk to my partner, and that's one of the angriest I think I ever get in life is in relationship. When I'm in relationship, I get so angry when I'm keep talking, and the person keeps saying they understand, but they keep doing the same thing that we argue about like just a week ago. And I'm like, wow, it's so frustrated. But because I care and I'm loving that person at the time, I'm willing to go over the conversation again, just because I care and my feelings in this person now. So I want it to work. wanted to work. I wanted to work, and sometimes I'm willing to put up with that person for a year or two, just try to make it work, so I know what that feels like. I'm that person that will still not be, and still trying to make it work. I think I kind of changed because of several relationships that I've been through. Now I'm like, my tolerance is very low now. I really don't have the time. I have the time for my sister and my brother and my mom. Everybody else, I really don't have. If I'm talking to you for a few months and I see, I'll cut it off. I'll let you know. If you want to blame me for why it's not working, I'll take the blame and walk away and just tell you, I'm just not the guy for you. Maybe I'm doing everything wrong. Maybe you're right. And I don't want to hold your happiness back. So I will take all the blame and just tell you, man, maybe I was just a crappy person. Blame me. Put everything on me. And you could walk away with your head held up high and know that it was just me. Maybe I'm not the one that I'm supposed to be. Or whatever I'm doing is just not for you. And I don't want to waste your youth and what you could be doing. Maybe you could be getting with the guy that you need. And I don't want to waste your time. So I'll just let that person go and find that guy. I think that would be selfish of me to tie you down in a relationship that you want to be in. So I love myself enough to know I'm not gonna let you waste your time with me when I feel like maybe there's somebody out there for you. Maybe it's just not me. Because if I'm showing you real love and you don't feel like this is the love that you should be getting, that to me I'm wasting your time. And I don't want to be that guy. So I will let you go and get whoever is not gonna waste your time. Let's listen to a little bit more. See what's going on here.
Victim. Amber, of course, testified to only hitting Johnny one time during their entire relationship, apparently to save her sister Whitney. But this is not that day following the March 2015 incident. This is months later, and yet we have already established that Johnny wants no part of these seemingly frequent physical altercations and chooses instead to leave the room or the home altogether when attacked. Both parties speak as if these attacks by Amber are a common occurrence. Of course, Amber doesn't want to talk about the details, but she'd rather stick to the point of Johnny leaving when he's attacked, to which her response is that only perpetuates the fight. So if I'm understanding this correctly, she claims he makes the fight and her response worse by running away. The whole "you're making me do this" reasoning. You may have also noticed that Amber used the words "you hit back," which translates to "I hit you first," and also "so don't act like you don't participate," which is odd phrasing to me. He corrects her by saying he pushed her on the plane during one of her attacks, something he has owned up to doing on another occasion when she was punching him in order to get away from her and get her off of him to get to the door and leave. But I'm sure the act of moving her or shoving her away to escape counts as abuse in her book, no matter what she was doing to prompt it. Now back to the tape.
Really, when you split on me, how do you feel when I leave you?
When I
I've
split, when I
left you
go into the
before.
other room, you say. I
And
went into other
getting me a
rooms.
room, getting another room at a hotel is just the same thing.
When did I get another room at a hotel?
You text Steven or Nathan in Toronto to get you another room. It's chronic. It happens all the time. And if you do it to go into another room, you do it and you get dressed.
You were fucking screaming at me.
I'm not going to validate my actions last night. I feel very bad.
No, I'm talking in
reacted.
Toronto.
I did not start screaming until you had fucking said all this shit. You poke an animal enough, it is eventually, doesn't matter how friendly it is or how cool.
True.
So she mentions him getting another room in Toronto because she was screaming at him, and even gets it mixed up with the previous night's incident when she was also screaming at him and punched him, again referring to herself.
Yeah, as you could hear, like she literally is fighting him because right if you listen to most of this tape right here, it's all about Johnny not staying in the room, Johnny not staying in the hotel, Johnny not standing to fight with her. She literally is having like maybe an hour conversation. No, Johnny, why don't you fight with me? Johnny, every time you run away, you hurt me. Every time you run to a next room, you hurt me. Every time you go to a next hotel and you leave me here, to cool down, you hurt me. I want to fight with you. Why are you not fighting with me? Why I strive in fighting. I strive and I'm very chaotic. Chaos is a big part of my name. And Johnny's saying, no, this is not good. Because I think he keep reflecting and growing up and seeing his mom trying to fight his dad all the time. his dad getting so angry that he got to shake a cabinet or he got to hit a door and run out the house because his mom is on him, on him, on him, on him. And his dad don't want to be, his dad want to be a better person, want to be a better person, want to be there for the kids, want to take care of her and Johnny and his sister and his siblings. And his dad just trying whatever just to make it work because I guess his dad wanted to stay just for the kids. Even if he feel like he wasn't getting the love that he should get. He wanted to stay for the kids. And as Johnny said, when he reached 16 years, I guess he just had enough. I guess he just had enough and said, you're the man of the house. And just left and said, I can't do it anymore. I feel like, I guess in his head, it's like the kids are old enough now. I think it's time for me to start putting my happiness first. Even if I just got to come visit the kids, I can't stay here no more. That's kind of sad. That is a man that is so bad that you said your kids are 16 years old, like you're the man of the house, and you just feel like you can't stay here anymore. You just feel like you give it your all. You feel burned out. You feel like it's toxic. I remember they fighting, and the kids are seeing this. So you're trying to make it work, but being in a toxic home and the kids seeing all these arguments, all these crazy stuff. That's you want to be there for your kids, but that ending up hurting your kids to see this growing up. To see all these arguments, to see all these fights. So here you is trying to do all of this for your kids, but they ending up hurting because everything is just so virtual, crazy, just out there. So everybody that's watching social media, man, your social media need to start taking account for a lot of what's going on, and they're still trying to blame Johnny. And as I said, some Amber should still be able to get work. Get work. Social media still have her back 100%. Every social media is still trying to sweep things under the rug. They still not blaming her, and they still really not trying to say Johnny in the case. They still trying to shove it under the ground, and so social media is still, and even some of the headline that you see a lot of headline like trying to blame Johnny, even though he got the win. So there's a lot of school headline that still don't wanna, and then they put it out there that Ember represent the black girls, and I live in the black community. Ember don't represent us at all. So for anything that's saying Ember represent black people, she don't. I'm sorry to say, it's the truth. She don't. So they need to stop putting out these headlines and trying to cover up what she done instead of trying to hold her accountable. I think I seen Fox News with Judge Judy actually. The one judge in there that was actually holding her accountable, which is surprising, I guess, because most of the mainstream media is not holding her accountable at all. They still trying to sugarcoat everything she done, and still trying to wonder how could she lose so bad. Instead of saying, the evidence set Johnny free and somebody got some justice. As I said, it don't matter your ethnicity. It doesn't matter what you wear. I think come forward, everyone. No matter what you represent, no matter what you look like, I think system should represent us all, and we should all be able to be set free by the truth. So I'm grateful to see this, and yes, I think I'm gonna. This video is already long enough. I'm probably gonna stop it here, but I'm probably gonna make the next one to continue it. But thanks to everybody. Share, like, follow me. I'm trying to get my followers up. I'm trying to get monetized. Uh, I am gonna do more live stream with people on the live, but first I gotta grow my followers, and I'm looking more. I'm gonna cover this Johnny case very heavy, and I'm gonna cover more mainstream media stuff very heavy as well. And I'm also gonna do gaming as well. But this Johnny case just got me so intrigued that I'm still gonna research, see what's going on, cover it more. So thanks to everyone that's listening right now, and thank you for being able to listen.